Namaste. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. It's good to be here with you practicing again. The theme for this class is getting centered. We have a midline. If you think about your nose, the tip of your nose, the chin, the pubic bone, the center between your legs, this is your midline. That's what we will be looking at uh, when we are practicing an asana on our mat, doing a posture, and then we need to feel the stability. We need to find balance inside. So this is all about our midline, our center line. And in this practice, we will always, like always, be practicing alongside our breath, and we are not going to be standing, so there is no standing posture for this practice. We'll be on our mat, lying down or kneeling. So that's why I suggest to have a blanket probably in the middle of your yoga mat, just practicing about having centered measures. And what else? We need a block if you have one. If you don't have a block, don't worry. A cushion, probably a thick one and firm one, will be doing the job. So we will start this practice lying down. So if you have your blanket folded, you can have your hips over the blanket. You spread out legs and bring your arms on the side. We always start a yoga class breathing and bringing the awareness into our breath. So we make this availability, the inner availability to receive, to assimilate, to integrate the practice in a better way. We also bring our attention to our breath so we can feel presence. We can feel that this is the place, this is the time to practice, to connect with ourselves, to experience what breath can show us. Just being aware about the inhale, the expansion of your belly and lungs and chest. And when you exhale, feeling the whole upper body moving in, out, and bringing probably because we are lying down, having the feelings and the touch of your spine on the floor. In your next inhalation, you just bring the left knee closer to your chest, probably bringing with a very gentle pressure the knee to come closer when you exhale, and then when you inhale, let it go a little bit. Exhale, push closer. The other leg is bringing you the stability and the foundation for this posture, so you feel connected to the ground. You exhale, you extend the leg or leave it a little bit bent. If you cannot straighten the leg, it's not a problem. If you can reach your leg, whatever part is suitable, just to bring the hands to touch, and probably bringing a very gentle pressure here on the thigh or closer to the foot. Exhale, flex the leg. Inhale, then exhale, bring to the sides, opening the hip in this external rotation of your hip bone, making all the ligaments work and be ready for the practice, warming up. You can bring some movements if you like. And then with the opposite hand, go for a twist, going to the other side. The knee go to the other side of the mat, and then you bring your upper body to twist, extending the left arm on the side, on your shoulder level, and feeling in this sensation of letting go and this extension and stretch on your back. Inhale, come to center with still your knee bent so you can straighten your leg. This leg will probably move further up on your mat because you worked the hip bone, the hip joint, so it's a little bit longer. You can feel it a little bit longer. Let's do the other side to balance out. Inhale, exhale, push closer, bring closer. Exhale, let go. Inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale again, come closer. Don't make the left leg lazy or feeling relaxed. It's putting some pressure and putting some effort to stay firm, to give you some stability. Exhaling, bring it extended as much as possible, but we need to go and to move easily. And step by step, you will be reaching your range of motion here, wherever it is for you. Exhale, flex the leg, go to the side. If you want to just rest your left hand on your hip joint so you can feel the slight pressure here to make it stable and close to the floor. Opening and moving your hip joint to the other side so you can just move to a twist and rest the leg on the side. And if possible, stretch your neck, moving and looking to the other side. Check in if you have your shoulders relaxed so you can feel them closer to the floor. Inhale, come to center. Extend both legs down. Make it wider so you probably can feel the very long edge of the mat on your heels. And then open the arms in a star posture, in a lying down star posture here. Flexing the feet, resting in your star and making long so you feel expansion in your body. And still you can make a connection in this mid-center of your body. Don't forget to breathe and do not hold your breath here and not any other part of the class. This is about bringing awareness to a very fluid breathing pattern. You flex both knees. You have your block right beside you for now. And just go up when you inhale in your bridge posture, making a long extension in your spine, moving forward both knees, and probably stretching the back of your neck as well. When you exhale, you go and you move down. When you inhale again, you go up, probably a little bit further up. Chin on the chest, resting your shoulders so they can bring you support in your extended spine, but it's still in a light way. Exhale, bring it back. If you have your block on the side or your cushion, you can place it here in your sacrum area. We have 3 different heights in our block. So this is the lowest one, this is the mid one, and then you can have the up very high, very high. I will use just the middle stage here. And rest a little bit in your bridge pose. And try to again to visualize your center, your midline. Resting both feet parallel to each other on the floor. Having both shoulders resting on the sides to rest your arms. And check in visually with your inner eyes if you have your head in the center. Feel the breath coming in and out in a very gentle and light way. Inhale, lift up just to remove your block underneath. And just roll into your belly. Probably you have your blanket to rest your hip bones. Both arms on the side, both hands on the chest height. And then you go for your cobra, your bhujangasana, extending the spine, bringing both elbows to face backward, looking forward, and chin in. Tuck your chin in so you feel a little bit of connection and upper extension. Move down when you exhale. Let's do it once again. Inhale, go up. Top of your feet pressing the floor so you feel your legs supporting the posture. Move down when you exhale. Prepare your both knees. Lift your hip. So then you can rest in your balasana, your child's pose. Having both arms over your head so you have an extended child's pose here. So it's time to rest, to breathe, and to feel whatever it comes and arrives for you right now. If you're not touching your blanket, there is no problem here because we'll be bringing our both hands a little bit closer to your body to move up to our Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. If you're not keen today to do that, just still placing both knees on the floor and extending both arms in front and just moving your hip up. If you were here in Balasana, just extending the body up, forward, extending both arms on the floor, just the palms of your body here pressing the floor, pressing the mat. And then you have an extend and a puppy dog. There's similar way to extend the upper body while flexing the knees. Exhale, if you have a blanket underneath, you can just rest here in your tabletop. So you have both knees placed on your blanket, not to feel any discomfort in your knees. In your tabletop, you will bring the left foot to touch the floor and raise your body up. So you are in a variation of Anjaneyasana posture. You have your extended spine moving up, the top of your head up, and you rest both arms, both hands on your knee. You go for a cat and cow extension and stretch here, inhaling, exhaling, rounding the spine, inhaling, go up, move up with your inhalation and round the spine. The important thing here is to create the stability and the balance between the legs so you find your midline as well. And for that, I mean pressing the inner thighs together, one against the other, so you can feel the stability and the connection to move without losing your balance. Both hands on the floor, right hand on the floor, and with your left hand you go for a twist. Again, feel this line of energy coming from the bottom hands up to the tip of the fingers of your upper hands. Exhale, come to bring both hands on the floor, knees on your blanket and resting in your balasana. Inhale, tabletop to go. Now placing your right foot on the floor. You lift up with your body, resting both hands on your knee. Try to feel where is the alignment of your hip, and then move to your cat and cow stretch for a little bit different, because this is another side and you may feel difference between the connection of the back foot at the bottom, and you still feel nice to stretch the upper body here, and also the muscles that connect from your core down to your leg. Placing the left hand beside the right foot, you go for a twist, looking up, extending and opening the front of the chest, and breathing along. Exhale, both hands on the floor, both knees over your blanket, and then you just release the body in your balasana again, resting your head on the floor, resting your upper body over your thighs, resting your shoulders, and breathing. Inhale, you can sit in your Vajrasana posture, Virasana, Vajrasana posture, on your heels, or you can have cross legs. Whatever it feels like you are feeling good. This is very important. Of course, we challenge ourselves in some postures, but still we need to feel nice, to feel that you are doing something not to harm you in a safe way, and to feel and to bring the balance into the posture. So if you're seated, whatever you have chosen to with your legs to be seated, you elongate and have your back upright. You feel the connection of your hip down on your knee, on your heels, or on the floor, and you close your eyes, rest here, and start to feel all this subtle energy showing up, showing the movements manifested in some inner connections. And you will breathe in and out naturally, bringing the breath to a more quiet place, to a less paced rhythm. We make a sequence of 3 clearing breaths, which is inhaling Deep, which means to have the whole torso, the whole thoracic area of your lungs, the whole upper body, breathing in, feeling expanded. And then when you exhale, you open your mouth and sigh out and let it go. Inhaling, expanding, inflating. Exhale, releasing and letting go. And let's do one more time. Inhaling and exhale. Always try to find if you have a relaxed upper body, if you have your head centered on the top of your spine, if you have your shoulders relaxed. I will suggest a very interesting breathing exercise here. When you are ready, still with your closed eyes, to start these together. And it's a visualization practice. And if it's something very difficult for you to just visualize the air flow, I suggest you to have your hand, the right hand, close to your nose, so you can lightly press your right and the left side with the same hand. Alternately, I will explain right now what we're gonna be doing. So you have two options here: to visualize the airflow or to use your hands, where we're gonna be alternating sides for our breath. We then touch the different sides, the two sides of our cerebral brain hemisphere, the left and the right, in our interpretation from yoga and other influences. The right and the left side represents sun and moon, our male and female aspects, different attitudes and place and a way to place ourselves in the world, being more energetic, aggressive, and more rational, or on the other side, excuse me, being lighter, being kinder, and more emotional in life. But here we'll just be focusing on our breath and what happens when you do this kind of very gentle control in our breath. So if you go for use your hand, you place it on the right side, and then just imagine the air just flowing from the left side, and then you bring the hand to touch the left nostril to release the air via the right side of your nose. Inhale again from the right side. Release from the left, pressing with the hand on the other side, on the right side. So you inhale first and exhale from the other side. And then inhaling again from that side to release and to go to the other side. If you're visually using the visualization technique, you just bring your mind to focus in the air going in and out from one nostril, then the other. And then breathing from the same nostril as it just exhale, going to inhale to exhale on the other side. This is a variation for Nadishodhana, a pranayama, a very famous pranayama, where we usually practice in our classes. But when we bring the visualization, you strengthen and you develop your mind state. So it's a kind of a warm up and a workout for your mind in this mindful exercise, so you center and channel the energy to wherever you are experiencing at that time. All pranayamas that we usually practice have this intention to work with our breath so we can touch our nervous system to relax or to activate, depending on what kind of pranayama you are bringing into practice. But the main thing here is just to be aware, very close to the awareness and to the consciousness of what is going on. So feeling the air in, feeling the air out, and resting your mind at the present moment and at the present activity in this situation, just on your breath. You work your body, you strengthen your legs, your upper body, your arms, and now you are ready to just stay seated to experience in this meditative way this breathing exercise. You can go on for 5, 10, 15 minutes. This is a video, so it's the good thing is that you can stop whenever you want to stop the instruction to do it on your own and come back to it whenever you feel like it. Have a good practice and see you next time. Namaste.